So my truck's back up and running. The hold on. The main issue was the fuel injector pump. I don't know if it was from sitting or whatever, because before it would start on its own when it was cold, just not hot, and then it wouldn't start at all on its own whenever I got it back together. So I took it to the shop, and ended up being the fuel injector pump, which was like $700 for the part plus labor. So this video is going to be about my truck even before I parked it in the garage for a year, which didn't help it. Whenever I would get on the gas and there was a large demand of fuel and everything, my truck would start hesitating. Like if it really was like sucking fuel at like full throttle, and I have a tuner, Bully Dog PMT tuner, but I typically only use it for like tow mode. But even with it in stock mode, anytime that I got on the gas, the exhaust, which you can hear because it's right here, would start like spitting and sputtering, and the truck would like kind of shudder a little bit. And I was feeling like it was like a fuel demand issue, like it wasn't getting enough fuel when you were calling for it. So I think I might have ironed it out. I watched some videos and stuff and read some forums, and they were talking about in the diesels, if they start like running like that, hold on, let me put my seatbelt on. So they say in these forums and everything, if it starts like hesitating or seeming like it's running rough when you're accelerating, usually like only when I'm getting on it, it would sound like it was starving for fuel, or it would start like shuddering a little bit, and the exhaust would like kind of like pulse is a good word for it. The exhaust would like pulse and noise. So last night I got some Seafoam, and I put a whole bottle of it in the tank. So I was running a little under a quarter of a tank, and I dumped, it claims on the bottle, dump an ounce per gallon, and I wanted it to be a little bit richer than that. It says you can make it richer, just don't make it more than 50-50 mix, which is pretty strong. So I had less than a quarter of a tank. I put a bottle in it, and I ran it for 10 minutes and let it sit for hours, and then I came out and I ran it on the way home from work, and it seems to be running a lot smoother. And I saw people online have claimed, in forums that claim that it works great if that's your issue. I was thinking maybe the pickup screen was clogged in the fuel sending unit in the tank. I was planning on dropping the tank and cleaning that screen, because I know like Brett has a 7.3, and it has that same screen I have, and then it has two smaller filters, and that's a common problem in those 7.3s, to clean the filters. So I don't have those two filters, but I was going to check the screen, but now it seems to be running a whole lot better, and I am not going to drop the tank if that's the case. And that was just with one can of Seafoam that I got at Walmart for like $7, and I can show you the can. Make sure there's one that you put in the air intake. It's more of a spray, and then there's this one, which is 4 gasoline and diesel engines. It's good for like chainsaws, boats, lawnmowers, anything. 2-cycle and 4-cycle, or yeah, 2 and 4-cycle. So Seafoam, everybody kind of like swears by it. I haven't really used it. Seems like it's pretty good stuff. So once I'm gonna hop on the highway for a minute and I'll hammer down. I wish, like Brett said, because he carpools with me, you should have took a video on the way to work of what it sounded like, and then like after I put the Seafoam in, show the difference, because it's like night and day. So I'll show you that in a minute. Alright, so the other thing they claim with the Seafoam is if your truck's blowing like white smoke when you start it up and everything, this can cure that as well. So I have it in performance mode and tow haul mode, and I'm gonna get on it and we'll see if it runs smoother now. That's 85, 90, 95. It hesitated a little bit. I heard it at the very beginning and then it straightened itself out immediately. And I wish I would have had a video of what it sounded like before. Seafoam, like $6-7 fix. Definitely try that first. Because I was planning on ordering a screen and dropping my tank, and I don't think I'm going to now. So, I mean, even if you're not having problems, it recommends like every 2,000 to 5,000 miles, throw a can in your tank. Just help it out. Doesn't hurt anything. It's good for cleaning the injectors and the fuel lines. It's good for water in the fuel, so it's pretty good stuff. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching.